What is up, guys? How is it going today? My name is Syratube, and welcome back to another flipping and money making live stream. Today we're coming at you on Sunday, which is a little bit past our regular Saturday 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time streaming time. But that being said, I had something come up. I had a wedding I had to attend on Saturday, so here we are on Sunday bringing you guys the weekly live stream that I do promise. So welcome everybody to the stream. Hopefully you all are having a fantastic day, and I know I am for sure. Had such a great time yesterday, even though I didn't get to stream, which is a little unfortunate, but you know how it is. Real life comes in the way sometimes, and here we are today making up for it. We have 75 Attack Boy is the first one in here today. He says, hello, I think he means sir, but he says, hey sir, so welcome 75 Attack Boy, thank you. PVM Lee also coming in and saying, hello mate, welcome everybody, welcome. And thanks for adjusting your watching schedule to Sunday, because I did not expect that, and it was a last minute kind of change for us to be streaming today on Sunday instead of Saturday, so thank you. Got you with some water early, my man. Okay, man. I got you. As soon as you're here, let me know. I'll come out and I'll trade you, but thank you. I do want to get started with the flips, though. We are working with 736 mil today, so let's not waste too much time and get into it immediately. We're going to start today with the Mahogany planks first. Now, the Mahogany planks, such a good, like, medium cash stack flip. Great flip for around a 50 to 100 mil cash stack. These Mahogany planks can have insane margins. Although they are not the easiest item to flip, they do fluctuate a fair bit. The oak planks are a little bit safer, so they're a good alternative, but if you have a smaller cash stack, maybe around 25 to 50 mil, the oak planks will be a little bit better for that situation. Both days are weekends, so it doesn't matter much, to be honest. With a heart coming in from 75 Attack Boy. Thank you, man. Do appreciate that. I'm glad it works for you on the weekend. It's just hard to, like, sometimes communicate my streaming plans to you guys, so I want to make sure I keep consistent with that. And the best place, of course, to find out when we are going live here on the channel is our Discord group. There is a link in the description below. It is one of the best free money-making resources and flipping resources in old school RuneScape, so I highly recommend checking out the group. These Diamond Dragonbolts E are having a crazy margin right now. Let's go ahead and flip a few of those. These Diamond Dragonbolts E are pretty good for a cash stack of around 25 to 50 mil. That is the optimal amount to flip them with. Today, we're going to attack it with 736 mil, just because I like to showcase some good flips for you guys here on the live stream. And of course, if you have any suggestions about what I should be flipping with my cash stack here on the live stream, let me know. I love checking out your guys' sort of opinions and recommendations for flips, so just let me know if you want me to try anything out. Only a 4 GP margin on the air orbs. Because of that, we're probably going to skip that. Bink Bink Bonk coming in from Gravid. Gravid, what is up, my man? Haven't seen you around in a while. Hopefully you are doing well, and I do like the new music you're coming out with, man. I did give that last one that you sent over a listen. Dude, that was fire, man. Gravid says, show me what items are relevant for a 100 mil cash stack to, I'm assuming he means to flip with. And of course, Gravid, we will help you out with that. A great item to flip with a 100 mil cash stack is the Dragon Darts, one of my personal favorites. And the reason it is because while the margins do fluctuate a fair bit, and sometimes they are not the easiest to flip to begin with, they are a really solid flip. The margins do fluctuate, but sometimes it's in your favor. Of course, sometimes it's not, but they are a pretty quick flip. They're not the fastest flip I've ever seen before, that is for sure, but they are pretty consistent. I rarely buy into these and have them crash on me. Of course, it's happened, but it does not happen very often for me, so I just kind of avoid that. After you get your flips in, I've got you. P.S. I just flipped some Super Restores for around 80 GP profit. Let's try it out then. Super Restore. Another great flip, actually, alongside of the Super Restores. It's a little bit riskier, but the Blighted Super Restores, the ones that you can only use in the Wilderness, they are also very good. And that's actually a great flip with a 100 mil cash stack as well, is those Blighted Restores. Kind of a newer item, and not as many are traded back and forth, so the margins tend to hold pretty well. Dragon darts are the OG. I'm going on a little date soon. I'm optimistic right now. Griffin, that is awesome, my man. I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully you have something fun planned. Anyway, we do also have 75 Attack Boy, who I missed your comment. I apologize. He says, Grimy, Harlanders, and Crystal Keys have been good the last couple of hours. I don't know if they're still going well right now, as I'm doing medium clues. We'll check them out. We'll try them out. Let's try the, I don't think I've ever done the Crystal Keys. I don't think I've ever flipped these before. Let's go ahead and check them out. We'll see how it is. That's an interesting one. We'll do 100 of them to start, just because I'm kind of unsure about flipping these. Yeah, and she likes my song, so no worries about changing content. Interesting. Well, I'm excited for you, so hopefully it goes well, and good vibes are in the air, because I went to a wedding yesterday, which was super romantic, of course. Weddings are always emotional, and I was a groomsman, so that was pretty fun, and very, I guess it was emotional for me, man. I was tearing up a little bit. Crystal keys are kind of odd, but I really like the twisted keys. Well, we haven't done the twisted keys either. Let's give them a shot. I have actually never heard of a twisted key before. Is that a thing? Twisted key? Anyway. Let's go ahead, and we still have 3 open slots. I do want to collect those vials of water, though, because I don't want, WizKid to be sitting here forever. So, whenever you're ready, man, you can come over and trade me. I just don't want, I don't want people to have to sit here for so long waiting to give, like, the vials of water. So, whenever you're ready. Perfect, okay? 13,000 vials of water coming in from WizKid. Thank you, man. Really do appreciate it. Adding to the stack, we're still at 11 million, but if I had to guess, we are probably quite close to 12 million. Well, we're about 11,500,000, so pretty close, but a little over halfway. Anyway, let's get some more items going here. I want to make some bank today, so let's do the sharks next. A super safe flip, and we'll see if we can get this going here. They're just so cheap in price right now, and what's interesting is the sharks have actually, they went below the 933 GP price point. I think they were trading for around 915, 920 GP each at one point, but they have bounced off the bottom now. So if you are looking to get an investment going, sharks actually look pretty optimal right now. They might trade back and forth between like 915 to 950 GP for a month or two, but if you are looking to make an investment, sharks are looking pretty promising, because after this whole entire bot dump that was kind of happening, I think we're past the worst of it, and you can see that because sharks are actually starting to rise back in value, and these values are actually holding. They're not going any lower at this point as well, so you might want to get in on it and see. Just check it out on GE Tracker and see if you like it. I really do think it's a good investment to make. I personally will not be investing myself, and that is because I already have a few investments going, and I don't want to put any more of my cash stack into another investment. So while I do think it is a good investment, it's going to take a while, so you got to be patient, and on top of that, it might not be the greatest investment for your cash stack, and just check it out yourself. Anyway, Nicholas Butter, I think that's how I say your last. Dude, that's a sweet last name. Like bread and butter flips. Anyway, he says, dude, you're a legend. Thank you, Nicholas, man. Really do appreciate that. And if you do believe that, you can just drop a like on this live stream, especially if you're enjoying it. Really does help me out a lot. Jordy also cleared it up a little bit. He said, oh wait, it is a sinister key that I got from the guy who, oh, it's Salarin the Twisted. Jordy, actually, yeah, he drops that key, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, we got 100 crystal keys. Sorry, I'm like a little bit behind. I'm like trying to catch up with the chat, but I'm putting my flips in as well. So let me get these 2 other flips listed, and then I'll go through the entire chat, guys, I promise. Let me go ahead and do, what's another good one we can do? Let's do the dragon arrows. I absolutely love the dragon arrows. It is a insane flip for a 10 to, I would say, 50 mil cash stack. Dragon arrows are insane. Even beyond that, I flip these all the time, and I have like almost a bill at this point now. We have a lot invested, so that is why it's not showing as a bill, but we're almost at a bill mark, which is great. We need one more flip as well. We got to stick high volume. Let's do the Grimy Renard. That's going to take about 100 mil off our stack here. And the Grimy Renard, let me be honest here. Not one of the best flips. It is a solid flip, especially if you're going to set a flip and leave the GE for a while, then Grimy Renard is pretty good. Now, we're actually going to list it about 5 GP under the margin because I want to get at least a 10 GP margin when I'm flipping these Grimy Renard weed. Anything less, and it's just kind of too much risk to what you're actually putting into the flip. Anyway, that is just my personal opinion, of course. Gravid says, best part of the story, I met this girl on Instagram. She literally lives across the street for 3 years, like across from my house. And she was like, don't tell me you're the guy that does burnouts at 3 a.m. That could be you, Gravid, don't lie. Anyway, we've got so many comments to go through. Welcome, everybody. PVM Lee says, can you make a video about investments, or do you have one? PVM Lee, I'm so glad you actually asked that. We have an entire investing guide coming out within a couple of months. It's really, really detailed. I'm literally sharing every single tip and trick that I know about making investments. So that is coming out. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So hopefully you're looking forward to that. Anyway, Jory DeJong says, what kind of plugin do you use for the GE log? What I do for the Grand Exchange log, and I actually have a video on this as well, is I do the Runelight tracker that you can track all your flips throughout history without actually doing anything. So if you want to see that, just hit me up on Discord. I'll send it to you. There's a guide on how to set it up. But the plugin I'm using here on the side is the Flipping Utilities plugin, also found in Runelight. And if you join us on Discord, link in the description below, we can help you get that set up. Wow, a lot of questions coming in today. Flipping to Max, welcome. He says, hey, happy Father's Day to everybody. Yes, everyone that is a father, happy Father's Day. And make sure to give your son or your daughter an extra hug today. Mitchell Wolf coming in saying, do you think 5G cell towers are causing coronavirus? I don't think so, personally. But anyway, what a question. They're causing cancer, not coronavirus. They're trying to get around that demonetization. Anyway, oh my gosh, so many comments. Snack Food OSRS says, what's good, man? Here for a little while when work is slow. Welcome, Snack Food. And for everyone that doesn't know, Snack Food is a RuneScape skiller. He makes skilling content, and we actually have a video coming out soon, kind of a collab video. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. And it's still in the works. Pretty busy this weekend, so I have to do the stream, and then maybe I'm going to work on that video later today. Still unsure of the timeline on that. Joe Flacco versus Azima in a fight to the death. Who you got? Oh my goodness. Well, what kind of question is that? It's gonna be, I mean, it's gotta be Zazima, right? He's got max stats, and Flacco, kind of a weak guy, you know? He's not the strongest. Hey, I'm just saying. It's Mango says, hey, what's up, Sierra? Good to see you, Mango. Thank you for stopping by today. Currently, we're down 442 GP, but that is just because we are waiting for some flips to come through first. We're actually going to go ahead and maintenance the Mahogany planks, and the reason that is because they haven't moved in a minute, and we do need to keep our flips moving today. I'll try to stay a little bit more active with the buy and sell offers today. That way, we can make a little bit more money than we typically would. John Stewart popping by, and he says, hey, what's up, Sierra? Not too much, just kicking back, relaxing on this lovely Sunday. Flipping, you know how it is, making money like we always do here in RuneScape. Of course, if you guys have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack, let me know. I'm here to answer all of your flipping related questions and money making related questions, so just let me know if you guys are curious, I guess. Gorilla or a grizzly bear in a fight? Ooh. I would think a grizzly bear would win, to be honest. They just kind of have a little more mass, a little more strength, and they kind of have a very ferocious bite. Although a gorilla probably can give a better punch, I would think. Anyway. When I think about those two, though, I just think a gorilla would get mauled by a grizzly bear coming full speed at it. Like, how would it defend? You know what I mean? Like, just my opinion. Mitchell Wolf says, don't just like, donate to. Syratube has a family to feed, and y'all be mooching on this top tier knowledge. I mean, that's, of course, it's never required to donate, but that is just super funny the way that was put. So, I do appreciate all the donations, of course, but I don't expect any donations at all. A like is good enough for me, so if I'm helping you out with this flipping knowledge, dropping a like is a great way to show your appreciation. Anyway, 566 mil. Those Mahogany planks bought and sold really, really quick. They only made us like 26k though, so we need to get something else going here. Let's do we're going to try the Amulet of Torture next. We're just going to see if we can hit this really fast and get out of it. If you guys haven't been paying attention, the Zenyte jewelry has been crashing like crazy. I think we're down in 4 days about $1 mil on each piece of Zenyte jewelry, which is insane. So be careful when you're flipping these. In my opinion, I think these will drop another $1 mil before we start to see a little bit of resistance. Again, complete guess. I'm not sure if that's actually going to be the case or not, but that is my prediction. John Stewart says, what do you think of Papyrus? Current margin is selling at 159 and buying at 35. But it is a slow buy. Now, John Stewart, those are great flips to leave for days on end, right? So you're putting in a listing, you're letting it buy overnight or maybe for 2 days, and then you're selling it back. These flips will take a long time, but if you have the patience, the ROI on them is pretty good. So if you have a smaller cash stack and you want to make some returns over kind of like a week period where you can't play as much, then it is a good flip. Yeah, make sure to donate because he has to pay me for the collab, says Snack Food OSRS, and he says, that's a joke, by the way, for legal reasons. I have to say it's banter. No, of course I did not have to pay anyone for a collab. Collabs are basically just to be more recognized within the community, within the Runescape community, and to team up with some awesome content creators across the platform. So I'm always open to collaborations from other YouTubers, and I'm really into it. So. And we have Owen donating $5. Thank you so much, Owen. You've been such a huge supporter on the channel recently. And dude, I'm lost for words. Like every time you're donating, it just blows my mind. And I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I really just do this for fun for you guys. And we've come such a far way from the beginning. And it only gets better. It really only gets better as we go on. So thank you so much, Owen. I really appreciate the donation. Gravid says, in hip-hop, you have to pay for collabs. That is why I'm only featuring with artists with, I don't know what 000 or 000 artists actually means. But anyway, I don't really know hip-hop very much, as you can tell. Anyway, guys, let me know if you... Whoa, we totally got margin checked on that dragon arrow or that dragon dart really, really fast there. I should have been paying a little bit more attention to that one. Let's see. We're going to buy another one back just to see what the current margin is. As you can see, as I mentioned before, the margins on these dragon darts do change pretty often. It's still a pretty good flip, though, so we're going to go ahead and try to hit it. It's not nearly as much as I was expecting, which is unfortunate, but it is what happens. Snack Food is heading out. He says, good luck on the stream. Thank you, Snack Food. Really do appreciate you stopping by, and hopefully everyone here is looking forward to our video collab that we have coming out soon. Chris says, I'm staying away from dragon darts. I lost 400k yesterday on those. Hey, they are not the safest item ever, and that stinks that you lost money on them, Chris. They're actually pretty volatile recently. They've been doing some really, really funky stuff, so I'm not surprised that people are staying away from them. That being said, dragon darts are within my risk tolerance, so I'm not too scared to flip them per se. If I lose a little bit of money on them, it's not the end of the world. Another quick flip that I like to do is bowstrings. It's just like rune flips, says Lil Whiz Kid. We can actually give those a shot. It's not something I typically flip, So we could just try it out and see how it works for us if you guys are interested in that. But anyway, before we get into that, we are listing these dragon arrows back, 685 GP each, which is quite the margin on these bad boys. As you can see, like, these dragon arrows, if you look at our previous stream, which I think was last week, these were flipping for like 550 GP. So to see them all the way up to 670 is quite an oddity. Of course, I still want to try to flip it and see if we can make profit on it. Before we do that, though, let's go ahead and just do another check on it, just to make sure we can actually sell these off for an accurate price. Ooh, totally crashed on us. That being said, I'm going to actually list it for, we're going to do 680, and we'll probably be able to sell these if I had to guess. We'll just let the margins bounce around a little bit and hope for the best. 22 members in here today. Welcome everybody. Thank you for stopping by the stream today. If you are enjoying the stream, please drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. I'm always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy, so hopefully you do enjoy it. 75 Attack Boy says, I find bowstrings come through quite slow, even though there's one of the most top traded items, as there's too much competition in my opinion. That is a good point. They're traded a lot, and I would be surprised if it was hard to flip the bowstrings though, because they are so highly traded. So maybe that is something we go ahead and check out today and just analyze if it's a good flip or not. There's a lot of things that are moving slowly right now, so we need to make sure we're staying on top of everything here. Let's go ahead and do another check on the Diamond Dragonbolts E. Little extra competition this morning. Doesn't hurt anyone, of course. That's part of the flipping game. Like, you can't really get frustrated, in my opinion, when there's a lot of competition when you go to flip, because, hey, that's part of the game, man. So there's just always going to be competition, and that's what makes it exciting. You got to beat out other players. You got to make your money before other people do, and that's just how flipping goes. I mean, it's cutthroat. It's what it is. But of course, using tips and strategies that we talk about here on the channel, it can help you out and get you past those pesky undercutters and make your profit before they do. Because really, at the end of the day, like, when you're flipping, you can only worry about yourself. If you're worrying about other people flipping and them making money, you just can't really think about that. It makes sense, right? We'll do 190. We're just going to try to sell off for these super stores. We're having some competition on those, so I'm just going to cut out of it and see what we can get from there. Mike LaPanda says, best way to take care of undercutters, murder. I don't think we're going to go that extreme, but you just have to actively maintenance your flips if there's a lot of competition. A good way to tell if there is a lot of competition is if your flips are going super slow and you have to margin check a ton, then there's likely a lot of competition on the flips. So just keep that in mind. Be very careful when you're going through your listings. If you're actively flipping like this, then you want to make sure you're checking your margins frequently, especially if something is not buying or selling within a determined period of time. So it depends on the item, of course, and we do have videos talking about that. Griffin, I'm gonna get to your questions. Don't worry, man. I want to do my flipping commentary first, of course. That is what these streams are about, the flipping commentary. So I want to make sure I answer everyone's flipping related questions, of course, as well. Al Harith says, hi, Sierra. Good to see you, Harith. Griffin also coming in. He's saying you can't drive on a road straight while looking in somebody else's car, or you will crash into them. That's actually kind of a good point. I don't think I haven't driven in a while. I don't actually own a car, so that's probably why, but anyway. I'm not going to test that theory. All the flips are kind of being a little funky today. I guess we have a lot of competition going on today. Not a problem. Let's check the margin on the Dragon Dart again. This is definitely going to be a hard one to get off. That is for sure. See, now, these are selling for 1,000 or 3,133. I'm just not having it. I'm going to try to sell for 3,140 just to try to break even and cut out of those. But yeah, that is surprising. I thought we were going to be able to get these off without much of a problem. Guess that is not going to be the case today. Let's also just sell this last Amulet of Torture off. We'll do it like a little bit under our current margin, just so we can clear up another slot. I mean, we've already made 337k on those, so I'm really not, yeah, look at that. 388k on the Amulets of Torture. And look how quick that was. It didn't even take long at all. 48.6k per each Amulet of Torture on average, so very nice on that. Let's do the Amulet of Fury next. We'll follow up right with that. The Fury is also still crashing, which is quite interesting. I did not expect it to come down this much in price, but again, if it does go under 2 mil, I really won't be that surprised. Keep in mind that the Fury was like 1.8 mil a couple months back, so we could easily see those price points again. Anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream today, please leave a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. I'm always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy, so hopefully you do enjoy it. Of course, if you have any flipping questions, let me know. We'll be able to talk through them here on stream. That is why we do the live streams. It's really to answer your guys' questions about what you can flip with your cash stack and how to improve your flipping game to make more GP in old school RuneScape. So of course, I'm always open to questions here on the streams. It's time. See you all. See you later, Gravid. Good luck on your date, and I hope you have a lot of fun. I haven't really been watching these Grimy Renar weeds too much. We'll give them another 2 minutes just to see if they're still buying or not. The sharks are still buying, which doesn't actually surprise me too much. They are a quite highly traded item. And these crystal keys might take a little bit of time. Jordy says, so Sira, what would you recommend for 30 to 35 mil? I'll go ahead and list a few items for a 30 to 35 mil cash stack. But before I actually get into that, let me talk about what you should actually, like the strategy you should be taking for a 30 to 35 mil cash stack. If you have 30 to 35 mil, you should be actively flipping at the Grand Exchange if you want to make money flipping. And the reason I say that is because you want to really get the ins and outs of flipping and the strategies down. And the only way you're going to do that is flipping high volume items at the Grand Exchange actively. So a 30 to 35 mil cash stack, you can access a lot of high volume items that will make you some good profits. For example, I would recommend flipping oak planks. Blood runes are really great as well, and you guys know I'm a big fan of any kind of rune flipping with a smaller cash stack, so blood runes, nature runes, death runes, all really, really solid. Law runes too, even though some of these items are free to play, they are still good flips to do on members worlds as well. The runes are super safe to flip too, so you can't really complain too much about that. Air orbs are also a really good 30 to 35 mil cash stack flip, as well as dragon arrows. Even though they're not going well here on the stream, you can look at some past VODs and you will know that the dragon arrows are a really solid flip. On top of that, adamant darts are a great one. Thank you, Always Pale, for that recommendation. And you can do rune darts too, actually. Amethyst crystals, really good as well. And prayer potions, super restores, those are some great items to start with. I like how half the items we mentioned we just cannot flip today. Anyway, Always Pale says, do you actually play the game or do you just merchant? So, surprisingly enough, I do a ton of merching in this game, or flipping. That is basically why I play the game. I love just trading items back and forth, and I know that sounds dumb to a lot of you, but it's just what I enjoy the most in this game. I don't know why. But I have been actually playing the game recently a lot, so which is good. I did a bunch of, what is it, KBD. I did a bunch of KBD. I did some Corporal Beasts recently with some friends. I also did, what was it, the, what is that? Oh, I did some Vorkath too. I did all three of those within the past 2 weeks. So I have been playing the game a little bit more recently. I do want to do a little bit more questing. as well, and I want to stream it too. I don't know why every time I go to do it, I don't stream it. So if I go anytime this week to one of these bosses, I'll stream it, I promise, because I keep saying I'm going to do it and I never do it. Sorry about that, I got a text and I had to respond to it and my commentary just went silent. Anyway, let's go ahead and check on these super restores. We're kind of getting screwed today, guys, on a lot of stuff here, which is not the best showing today, but we'll see what we can do from here. We can still sell off these super restores, but for a little bit less than we originally thought. We're going to cut under by 5 GP just to try to get these off as quickly as possible. Always Pale says, how much time do you spend merching a day on average? That's a good question. So sometimes, here's the thing is, sometimes I play and I merch, sometimes I don't play at all during the day. It really depends on the day. And then sometimes I'll merch for a while. So I would say I average out to about an hour of merching a day. I would say, like, sometimes on the weekends I'll put in longer, but during the week I really don't do that much merching. I should honestly be trying to set, I do set overnight flips and things like that, but it only takes me 10 minutes to do it. So yeah, I would say during the week, I maybe play 30 minutes of a day on average, unless like there's some event going on and I want to play more. And on the weekends, I probably do 2 to 3 hours Friday, Saturday flipping. So maybe like an hour a day. But I do like merching. It's really fun. I don't know why I find it so exciting. And I really don't know the reason for building my cash stack. I mean, eventually I think the hope is I'll kind of get back more into the bossing side of the game. And by that time, I'll just have so much GP that it doesn't really matter anyway. It's Mango says, hey Sierra, I'm trying to flip potions and no matter what I pay for it, it doesn't buy. What do I do? I would, honestly, if you're listing for the margin, like if you're listing exactly on the margin, just bump it up, overcut who's ever under you by 1 or 2 GP, and just be patient because it is going to fill. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So just try to be patient with it and see how you can do on that. David Wolf says, selling burnt lobbies, 150 GP each. Good to see you, David Wolf. Thank you for stopping by today. And of course, leave a like if you are enjoying the stream. I'm pretty sure David's just memeing. But anyway. Always Pale says, for overnight flips, do you only do items you know will sell for a profit in the morning? Well, here's the thing is, you really never know on an overnight flip if you're going to make money or not, because it's kind of risky. Like, you're setting an item what you think is going to be a low buy price for it, but for all you know, it could keep crashing overnight and you could sell in the morning for a loss. There's a lot of uncertainty with overnight flipping. So what I technically usually do here is I sort of look for items that are a little bit lower value than they should be in like a 24-hour kind of period, and I set for the 24-hour low the buy price for the 24-hour low price, and I just do that using GE Tracker, and I just look at what the lowest price has been in the 24-hour period. Then I list for around that buy price, and I just hope that it buys overnight. In my opinion, it is better to list an item too low and not have it buy out than it is to buy an item for too high and then sell it in the morning for a loss. So a lot of the times I will go and I will set 6 to 8 overnight flips, and only 2 of them will purchase overnight. And it's honestly, that's kind of my strategy, is just try to get the best deal you possibly can so you can make a huge ROI on these items. Anyway, hopefully that kind of helps out. And I never know what I'm going to sell for in the morning. I can just kind of make an assumption. Anyway, we're going to turn around and sell these dragon Diamond Dragonbolts E for 1,331 GP each. Hopefully that does sell pretty quickly. We do have another open slot as well. I'm going to do another kind of high volume-ish item. This is high volume gear, which is typically not something I do on the live streams just because of undercutters and overcutters. But it doesn't even matter anyway because the margin is just so awful that we're not even going to try it. We also need to check the Furies again. We're actually not even going to do them because it's not even worth checking again. 10k margin is not great, so we're just going to leave that there. Now we'll do another high volume item. Let's get to do the Snapdragon, but we'll do like Magic Seeds or something instead. This is a pretty good flip. I'd like to flip the Magic Seeds and the Renar Seeds. I think those are my two favorites to do. And the margin on the Magic Seeds today is not even that good. So we're going to list a little bit under the margin. We'll do maybe that. Looks pretty good. It should buy out as well. But anyway. We've got a lot of questions here. Let's get into answering them, but let me list my next flip before we go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and flip the Rune Darts. I haven't flipped these in a little bit, so I have no problems going in and trying to flip a few. Not a great margin on those. We're actually going to skip that. We'll do the Battle Staves instead, which is a very high volume flip, so I do like flipping high volume. I think high volume flipping is my favorite form of flipping. Just because it's so safe, the profits are, in my opinion, that's just so easy. Like, it's very easy to flip high volume items and make money on them. So I highly recommend anyone that wants to get into flipping starts with high volume flipping only. Anyway, Justin Romaine, oh, actually, Always Pale had a question before. Oh, we already answered that. Okay, never mind. Justin Romaine says, for one of these streams, you should focus on fast flips. I often find myself with only 10 to 15 minutes at a time, and I want to do extremely fast flips, like Blood Runes, Furies, and such. I don't know that many, like, really quick flips. That being said, anything on the top 100 most traded items should be pretty quick. So, grapes, bowstrings, magic logs, those U-logs, those should be pretty quick flips. So, maybe you can try some of those, Justin. JD says, Sierra, how long do you think the Master Wand will get before bouncing back? Or how low do I think it'll go? Let me pull it up on GE Tracker for you guys, actually. We can take a look at it right here on live stream. And let me just get a window open for that. By the way, guys, if you didn't know, I'm actually partnered with GE Tracker, so if you would like to try out GE Tracker and its features, you can use the link in the description below and sign up with it, and you'll actually get access to a 2-day free trial of the GE Tracker features, and I highly recommend trying it out. It's also a way to support the channel if you sign up with that GE Tracker link, so I really would appreciate it. But let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the, the Master Wand here. Give me one sec, guys, while I pull it up on the side. Interesting. Okay, very interesting item here. Let me see if I can pull up that webpage for you guys. Okay, well, this is not working very well. Oh, there we go. Okay. We kind of got to mush it a little bit, so hopefully it looks okay. Here we are, guys, and currently it looks like the Master Wand is trading for 3.93 million GP, guys, and it's interesting because there was a lot of hype in our Discord group, and that was because the Master Wands were on an incredible price run upwards. It actually looks like they hit about almost 4.3 mil before they're starting to come back down here in the short term. I would expect them actually not to go back down to their previous lows, just because I do think that was sort of a quote-unquote bot dump, and people are aware that there's not going to be as many Master Wands coming into the game here in the short-term future, and that is because the Twitch Prime event is over, so not as many bots are going to be bringing that supply into the game. Now, I would expect them to come down pretty low, though, as people will be dumping their merches from, like, in this range. I'm sure a couple people bought in, and now there's going to be some people who are holding these Master Wands at a loss, a break even, or close to a loss, right? So I would expect the Master Wands maybe to come back down to 3.6, 3.7 mil before kind of trading sideways between 3.7 and 3.9 before continuing back upwards to maybe around 4 mil, 4.2 mil, maybe even 4.5 mil within the week here. So we'll take a look at that, keep a close eye on it. Just be aware that it is a very volatile item in this time period, as well as the infinity boots, so just watch out for that. And hopefully that explanation, JD, sort of made a little bit of sense and can help you out a little bit. Anyway, back to our flipping game. We got those grimy Renar weeds off, so that was very easy. We're also going to turn around and sell these sharks. I actually did not know that we were at limit there, so hopefully these will sell pretty quick. I'm sure they will, though. Now, these dragon darts we're probably going to have to hold the entire time, but we do need to get some lucrative flips going because we only have made 426k so far, and that is a little bit embarrassing. So let's try to get some more GP flowing in here. We'll do the armadillo. We could do... See, we could do, like, the god sword, but I don't know. I feel like that's maybe not the best one to go with today. I want to do something that's high volume, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head, really. I guess we'll try the oak planks, even though that's not going to make us the best return. We'll keep a close eye on it and try to flip it pretty quickly. That way we can make a solid profit. Pretty good margin on those right now, actually, so let's go ahead and do the limit. Hopefully they do come in pretty quickly, and if they do, we'll be very happy with that. Justin says, do Zalandra teleports. Not going to do those just because they are too competitive of a flip to do on live stream here. I don't feel like giving that margin away. Always Pale says, what's that on the right, and where can I get it to track my own, or where can I get my own resource to track profit? This is the flipping statistics / flipping utilities plugin on RuneLite. I highly recommend you look into downloading it. It is extremely helpful for tracking your profit with flips, and it just makes you have to do a lot of the mental math. It makes that a lot less, right? So you can basically just have a calculator that tracks everything flipping. Try Ancestral Top, Kappa. Here's the thing, it's like, you guys want me to do a lot of these high margin items, and I need to make some videos flipping some high margin items because you guys are really interested in seeing that content, and since we've been grinding out the 10 to 100 mil flipping series, we haven't had a ton of time to flip those items and actually make those videos, right? So I do need to make a video on that. Oh man, I have so many things I want to do as far as videos go, so my main goal, though, is to keep the 10 to 100 mil flipping series going. That is what I want to focus on because I feel like we haven't had a real flipping series on the channel besides kind of the live streams, and even these are just really to answer your questions. They're not really for profit. It's just so we can sit back, relax, kind of talk about flips together, answer flipping questions, talk about investments, literally anything relating to merching and flipping in old school RuneScape. These live streams are to talk about. Amulet Crystal, yes, we can try the Amulet Crystal. That is a good one. I do like the Amulet Crystal, and these battle stabs should sell pretty quickly, even though we did get a little bit of money back, so that usually means we listed for too high of a price, but we'll let that sit for a little bit and see what happens. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in today. Leave a like if you are enjoying this live stream. Really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy. So hopefully you do enjoy it. There we go. The elk planks have sold off 91k profit on those pretty quick too. So really cannot complain about that. Let's go ahead and try the Amulet Crystal next. And wow, the Amulet Crystal is actually getting pretty cheap right now. $10 GP margin on the Amulet Crystal. Let's go ahead and put that in for... Yeah, we'll do the whole limit of those. It's going to run us about 11 mil. How much did you make total with flipping? Check the total log in your plugin. You mean all? I think I cleared it, so it should only be this stream. Oh, since I guess it didn't clear it, so look at that. 54 mil, but that doesn't seem right. I feel like I've made a little bit more with this. But anyway, I guess 54 mil for now. Even though I've cleared it, many times. So I don't know if that's completely accurate, but anyway, maybe it is. This also doesn't include, like, all of my flipping, right? I've only used this for, what, a couple months at this point? Maybe 2-3 months? So, we'll see. Snapdragon, Renar Seeds, U-Logs, Occult Necklace, one of my favorites. Oh, also, that flipping list needs some additions, the flipping list that we have in the Discord, so I am likely going to work on that today, actually. I'm going to do a flipping session later tonight, and I'm going to add some good items that I find onto that list. So tonight, I'll be exploring and adding to that list. I know that's been a thing for a while. I do want to make this announcement, even though we're not quite ready to release it yet, but it has been highly requested that we do a kind of flipping competition in our Discord group. So that is coming. I have this whole thing planned out, and I'm just kind of writing it up, making sure we get the rules right. The competition is basically going to be, it's going to be basically, you can submit a flip every month, and the flip can be unique, it can be a lot of profit, it doesn't matter what it is. Then the community is going to vote on which flip they think is the most unique, or the craziest, or the one they like the most, right? So it's not necessarily about profit, right? If you were to flip like 10 million cheese for a 3 mil profit, well, that's a pretty cool flip, right? You literally bought and sold 10 million pieces of cheese. So that could have some, like, quote-unquote swag points, and people might vote for it. So it's not really based on the profit, it's based on, like, how unique the flip is, how crazy it is, or maybe it is a lot of profit and people are like, holy crap, that's insane, and then they vote for you that way. So it's going to be like a user voted competition. That way we can kind of get around the aspect of people trying to rig the flips, and it should be a really fun little competition we'll have monthly in our Discord group. So stay tuned for that. More announcements to come soon in the Discord group regarding that. And there will be prizes as well in that competition. Not always, but some of the competitions we hold, there'll be prizes. Anyway, Chris says, hey man, appropriate everything. I just got back into flipping thanks to you. For you and the boys, try Brimstone Rings. Dude, I freaking love Brimstone Rings. Really great flip, and highly recommend checking them out if you have, like, I would say don't try it with anything less than 100 mil cash stack, to be honest. Just in case you may lose some money on it. I don't want you guys to be putting up too much money and too much risk when you're flipping something. The profits today have not been great, to be honest. We're having a lot of trouble flipping some of these items back and forth. So, let's just try to... I think we're going to hit limit on this. That's the problem. Try to get one. Yeah, we're at limit, so I can't check the sell. I'm going to guess maybe 1320... We'll do 1320 and see how that goes. Yes, I love the list. Yes, the flipping list is amazing. I love the flipping list. When is the investing series coming out? It's on the back burner. Here's the thing is, the investing series is going to be so detailed and amazing, but it's still in progress. Like, you guys don't understand how much work is going into this thing. I have to write scripts for every single episode, and every single episode is going to be like 20 to 30 minutes long. So there is a lot to cover in this investing guide, and I want it to be really solid for you guys, because once I release that guide, there's nothing else to talk about as far as investing goes. That's going to have every single thing you need to learn how to invest, to improve at investing, to analyze items, to find better items, what items are good to invest in, what items are bad, how long should I wait for, your investments before they're profitable, how much money should I put into investments out of my total wealth. There's so much to cover in this series, it's like insane. So I want it to be perfect for you guys, and it's not only my knowledge. Like, I'm talking with other really good merchers and flippers that not only are in our Discord, but are in other Discord groups as well. I want to get every single tip that I can give you guys as far as investing goes. So it is going to be an amazing series, but it's going to take a little bit of time. So I do apologize for the delay on it, but it's going to be great. Anyway, I'm hyping it up a lot, so hopefully it does deliver for you guys. We're going to turn around and sell these magic seeds for, I think 113,995 will be good for those. Should sell pretty quick. Anyway, if you guys are enjoying the live stream, sorry about that. Jordy says, hint on the percent of wealth to use, not 100%. Yeah, of course. Of course. Never invest 100% of your cash stack into anything. It will not go well. Let's knock the crystal seeds down a little bit. These are just not selling. Let's see, 580 mil. We need something quick. We'll try the Furies again, because this should give us a little bit of quick profit if we can get it. So, and Jordy is coming in saying, well, let me see what he said. Remember, guys, that all the flips shown here will be a selection of some of the greatest flips. To see a bigger selection, find us on our Discord group, and Jordy links us to our Discord group that we have, or go to my referral link for GE Tracker. Would highly appreciate if you guys signed up for that. That's so funny. After we mentioned that, Shoeman goes, I've invested half of my money into Cannonballs. Okay, while it might look really good for Cannonballs right now, and they might look like a good investment, wait, what the heck? 1 GP margin on Furies, boys. Get them while they're hot right there. Whew. Anyway, what the heck? I've never seen that on Furies before. Anyway, Shubin, you might not want to invest any more into the Cannonball flip. That's just a little bit too much capital to put into a flip. And if it goes badly, it's not going to be great. Although I do think it looks favorable for you, I would not recommend putting any more money in. And there's sort of it's sort of a double-edged sword, right? If you find a good investment and you pump a lot of money into it, that's, well, it could have a really high return, but it also could go poorly and you might have to sell out of it. On top of that, when you have your money invested and you're waiting, a month to 2 months for this item to go up in price, you can't use that money to actively flip other items. So there is a large opportunity cost when you lock up your capital in an investment. Just keep that in mind. I kind of want to do another profitable flip here. Let's do Blood Runes. They should buy and sell really quick, so it should give us a free 60k or so. But this has been a very weak episode as far as profits go here. Man, I can't find anything good today. We'll do... What are some other good ones? Here's the thing is, sometimes I get stuck, like, towards the end of the stream on what I should be trying to flip. Let's try those bowstrings. And after the bowstrings, actually, we can do the longbows, I think we can do. We can do the unstrung ones as well, if we so choose. Well, not a bad margin on these, actually, for such a high volume item. We'll go ahead and try to flip them. Since you guys were saying that was going to take a while. Oh, I forgot to do the Zalander scales. We'll probably just sell out of these crystal keys. Probably not going to be a huge loss. We'll see. Yeah, not too bad. What was that, like 15k? Fine by me. Let's do these Zolver scales. Try to make up for that profit. Thank you for reminding me, Justin. I do like flipping these Zolver scales. I do think that these Zolver scales might be near a short-term bottom, and the reason that is because they have been fluctuating between 190 and 205 GP for the past 2 weeks, I think. So it might be good to try them out. Oh no, we already have 196 for the buy price. Anyway, if you guys are enjoying the live stream today, please leave a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. I'm always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy, so hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Literally, I do so much flipping and money making here in RuneScape that it's actually kind of sickening, and I really need to play the game a little bit more than I already do, so maybe a little bit of self-criticism on that one. Also, what do you guys feel, like, how do you feel about the webcam streams? Because we haven't had a webcam stream in a while, so if you guys are interested in that, we could definitely go ahead and do another one. Maybe for one of the bossing streams, maybe it'll work a little bit better. Yeah, face cam would be cool, says 75 Attack Boy, also known as Owen. Yeah, it would be pretty cool if we did one. It's just been so long. Oh, also, there's so many plans I have for the channel. So, I don't know when I'm going to do everything, but I think once I move apartments, which is soon, very soon coming up, next couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing a 24-hour money-making live stream. I've said I've wanted to do it for so long, but we're literally going to be doing 24 hours of money-making in RuneScape. So it's going to be flipping, like literally flipping, PVM, anything that relates to making some sort of money, we're going to be doing it on that live stream. And actually what I'm hoping is for that live stream, we'll actually maybe get access to a twisted bow, so some of the PVM we do is a little bit more profitable. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to that, because that'll be fun. Yeah, see, people are into that 24-hour live stream. That's going to be insane. So I'm hoping that we get some good support on that, because I might fall asleep at the keyboard. And I do think it's a really great idea, though, so I'm excited to try it. And then we'll see how much money we make in total, and then we'll just, I don't know what we'll do with the money. So maybe we'll keep it, maybe we'll give it away, or something like that. Shoeman says, do you think bonds will go down again? Its price is stupidly high right now, at least for me. I've played the game for like 2 months. I don't know what bonds are currently trading at, but I'm not surprised they're going up in price since the Twitch Prime event just ended, which gave free membership to those who had Twitch Prime. I'm just not surprised bonds are going back up in price. More people need bonds because they can't cash in on their free membership. So bonds will probably go back down, but it could be a couple of months. You'll have to, in the short term, try to make a little bit of extra money to cover the higher bond price. Angry Gamer says, I always wondered what it would look like if a stockbroker played the OSRS GE. It would be interesting, right? It's quite not as linear of a game, I guess. Like, there's a lot of fluctuation on the RuneScape markets compared to real markets, so it's interesting to see. 75 Attack Boy says, should arrange something pre-planned in the Discord like group KBD or something on stream with 2 to 3 people. You can just chill there for like 20 minutes without banking. There's actually a good strategy that still works for KBD, and I'll give you guys a little pro tip. If you go to KBD, right, before you go, gear up with nothing on you, no gear or anything, but a full inventory of sharks or whatever food you're going to use at KBD. Run to KBD, just suicide your character, and all the food will get dropped on the ground, and it will stay there for an hour. So what you can do is, after you suicide one of your characters, you can pick up the sharks off the ground on the next trip you go to KBD, right? So then after you suicide and all the sharks are on the ground, you go gear up, then you come back to KBD, and you actually just camp him, and you have a bunch of shark on the ground, so you can literally stay there for a, I don't know, I've been there for like 30-minute trips at times, which is just absolutely insane, but you're gonna run out of looting bag space before this. Yes, Jordy, good point. This tip is not hardcore Iron Man friendly. That is very true. Please don't do that if you're a hardcore Iron Man. It's not a safe death. Love when KBD drops sharks, lol, like, thank you, KBD. Yes, a big true. The thing is, I tend to bring it too much, or too many, excuse me, super restores when I go to KBD, so it's kind of nice to have the shark on the ground to kind of cover up for that. Anyway, we will be wrapping up the stream here in a few minutes, and maybe, I'm just gonna say maybe, there might be another stream today if I decide to go bossing later tonight. Not exactly sure, not going to make any promises on that though. Before we head out though, PVM Lee asking 63 mil cash flips. Kind of like I mentioned earlier for Jordy with the 30 to 35 mil cash stack flips, you can try doing like air orbs, battle stabs are really good as well. Amulet crystal, you can try that. Also, since you are above the 50 mil mark, you can try berserker rings and archer rings as well, which will start to be some of those mid-margin items. Carol's leather tops too, you can try those. Carol's leather skirts, those would be good as well. But if you want high volume, blood runes, death runes, law runes, nature runes, really good ones for you. And that should be a pretty good amount to start with, and the dragon arrows, even though we're having trouble selling these ones off right here. 75 Attack Boy shares the same struggle as me, and he says, I always bring more restores than sharks too at KBD, and it's hard to tell. I either bring not enough and run out of prayer, or I bring too little. It's hard to estimate. Or you drink too little. Okay, sorry, I misread that. Anyway, those bowstrings have sold off. I didn't think that took long at all, and that's actually a pretty decent profit. 45k for one of the most highly traded items in the game. Very nice, and we didn't even hit the full limit. Anyway, everything else here we're going to leave for now. We will be walking away from the stream with about a 700k profit, which is actually very low for what we're used to here. Usually we get a lot more than that, so apologies for the low inflow today. I guess it was just a little bit hard for us to actually get some good flips going. But anyway, like I said, and like I have said previously, these streams are not for profit. These streams are to help you guys and give you guys recommendations on what items to flip with your cash stack and actually flipping strategies so you can improve your flipping game and make more money in old school RuneScape by learning how to flip and using the markets to bring in your cash. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into the stream today. Leave a like if you did enjoy the stream. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this, and join us on Discord with our link in the description below. It is an amazing place to learn how to flip with any amount of cash, and we'll answer any question you have regarding flipping in there as well. Thank you for tuning in today, and I'll see you all next time.